You cranky felines. As I freed Mango and let him jump off the table, Sarah asked, "You said you went to school for this?" "Yep. I'm a certified groomer and animal behaviorist." I nodded toward a framed document that hung above a row of white metal storage cabinets. By now, I'd gotten used to people scoffing at my degree and line of work, but again Sarah surprised me. "There's actually a school that teaches you how to understand animals. Isn't that wonderful? Most people never go to the trouble to learn." "I also have a BA in regular psychology, which sometimes helps in dealing with the owners." "I'll bet," she laughed. Sarah also didn't seem like the type to turn up her nose at my state college credentials. I considered not only hiring her, but doubling the hourly rate I'd planned to offer. "Come on, I'll show you the boarding area." I shooed Mango up the stairs that led to my living quarters and shut the door behind him. Then I escorted Sarah from the grooming studio to another first-floor space. The building had started out, in the late 1800s, as a private two-story home just off the main drag of rural Chadwick, New Jersey. You could tell that once upon a time it had a front porch, but eventually that was enclosed to create a storefront with a big display window. My realtor had lost track of how many other businesses had occupied the place before I bought it 4 months ago. I only know that the last tenant, a cut-rate beauty salon, had left behind peeling paint, a leaky roof, and a thriving colony of field mice. All of those factors helped lower the price of the building so I could afford a down payment. I did the scraping and repainting myself. Nick Janosch, a handyman about Sarah's age, fixed the roof for me at a bargain rate. And for some reason, shortly after I stenciled Cassies Comfy Cats on the front window, the mice moved out of their own accord. Now, one section of the downstairs former retail space provided a dozen cat condos for boarders. Each was the size of a broom closet, and outfitted with a litter box at the bottom, bowls for food and water on the next level, and a higher carpeted perch with a half curtain. As I showed Sarah this area, she gushed, "These are wonderful, Cassie. What a creative design." "Thanks. I admit, I found the idea online, but my handyman built them all. I've only been open for a couple of months, so I've got just half a dozen cats in residence right now. 4 are in the condos, as you can see, and 2 are out in the playroom." We moved on to a larger, more open space filled with multi-tiered cat trees and towers, some taller than either of us. All the vertical posts were wrapped in sisal rope, and the various carpeted levels ranged from low tunnels, for cats that like to hide, to platforms of different heights for the climbers. To separate this middle area from the front sales counter, Nick had built a wall of fine wire mesh on a wood frame, with a similar door that could be closed when there was a cat turned loose. Sarah grinned over the playroom, with its cat furniture in different muted colors and geometric shapes. "And look at these guys!" She pointed over our heads, where a pair of Siamese lounged at opposite ends of a long, wavy floating shelf, also built by Mr. Janosch. I explained, "Usually I only turn out cats together that come from the same home, like these 2. Even so, in a strange place they might tend to squabble over territory. The different levels let them keep their distance from each other." "Very smart." With a glance toward the small display of cat furniture in my front window, Sarah asked, "Do you also sell the purchase?" I nodded. "One commercial line, yes. I'll want you to handle some of those sales for me too, though it's not like I get a steady stream of customers." She nodded. "Glad to. Keep my math skills sharp, right? I'm sure they're better than mine." A stolen glance at my watch made my heart jump. I'd been enjoying Sarah's company so much that I'd let time slip away from me. I should leave for DeLeuw soon. It was a 15-minute drive. "Sorry to rush this, but I've got a 3 o'clock appointment across town," I told her. "Can you help me put the Siamese back in their cages?" The chocolate point cat on the lower end of the shelf gave us no trouble, but her lavender point buddy higher up had to be coaxed down with treats. Sarah's